One invention from this company has saved more lives than almost any other in automotive history. It could have made them a fortune many times over. Instead, they gave it away for free to every car maker on Earth, including their fiercest competitors. This is the story of Volvo. Volvo was founded in 1927 by Assar Gabrielsson and Gustaf Larsson in Gothenburg, Sweden. From the very beginning, the founders had a philosophy that separated them from nearly every other automaker in the world. Cars are driven by people. The guiding principle behind everything we make at Volvo, therefore, is, and must remain, safety. While competitors in the 1930s and 40s focused on speed, styling, and luxury, Volvo quietly built a reputation as the sensible, sturdy Swedish car, reliable in harsh Nordic winters, built like a tank, unglamorous but trustworthy. That safety obsession led to Volvo's single greatest contribution to the automotive world. In 1958, Volvo hired an engineer named Nils Bohlin, previously an aviation engineer who had worked on ejector seats for Saab fighter jets. Bohlin was tasked with solving a critical flaw in existing seatbelts. The lap-only belts of the era often caused severe internal injuries in crashes because they weren't positioned correctly. Then you are at the right place. In 1959, Bohlin invented the three-point seatbelt, the Y-shaped design that stretches across the chest and lap, distributing crash force safely across the body's strongest bones. It's the exact seatbelt design still used in virtually every car on Earth today. Volvo's leadership made a decision that would define the company's identity forever. Instead of patenting the design exclusively for their own profit, they opened the patent to every automaker in the world, free of charge, because they believed saving lives mattered more than gaining a competitive advantage. It's estimated that the three-point seatbelt has saved over 1 million lives since its invention. For decades, Volvo built its brand identity almost entirely around this safety reputation. Boxy, tank-like cars that were the go-to choice for safety-conscious families, but increasingly seen as unexciting and outdated as decades passed. By the late 1990s, Volvo was in serious financial trouble. The company was too small to compete with the massive economies of scale enjoyed by American, German, and Japanese manufacturers. Research and development costs for new safety technology, emissions compliance, and modern platforms were becoming unsustainable for a standalone Swedish automaker. In 1999, Volvo Cars was sold to Ford Motor Company as part of Ford's premier automotive group, alongside Jaguar, Land Rover, and Aston Martin. On paper, this gave Volvo access to Ford's resources and platforms. In practice, it created an identity crisis. Volvo's engineering independence was diluted as Ford pushed shared platforms and components across its luxury brands, and the boxy but honest design language that defined Volvo for 70 years was replaced by a more generic, rounded look that lost some of the brand's distinctiveness. Then came 2008. The global financial crisis devastated Ford's finances. As part of a massive restructuring to survive, Ford began selling off its premier automotive group brands. Aston Martin was sold in 2007, Jaguar and Land Rover to Tata Motors in 2008. Volvo was put up for sale too, but in the middle of a global credit crisis, finding a buyer for a niche, financially struggling Swedish brand was extraordinarily difficult. For nearly 2 years, Volvo's future hung in limbo, a respected, safety-pioneering brand that couldn't find a home and risked being broken apart or shut down entirely. In 2010, Ford finally found a buyer. Zhejiang Geely Holding Group, a Chinese automotive conglomerate, purchased Volvo Cars for $1.8 billion. Many in the industry were skeptical. A relatively unknown Chinese company acquiring a century-old Swedish icon seemed like it could be the final chapter in Volvo's decline. Instead, Geely made an unusual and crucial decision. It largely left Volvo's Swedish engineering team and management independent, providing capital without forcing integration of Chinese manufacturing shortcuts or diluting the brand's core identity. Volvo was given the resources to rebuild itself on its own terms. The results were dramatic. Volvo developed its own new scalable product architecture platform, launched a completely redesigned lineup starting with the XC90 in 2014, and doubled down on its founding safety obsession, pioneering technologies like city safety autonomous braking and setting a public goal that no one would be killed or seriously injured in a new Volvo by 2020. Volvo also became an early and aggressive leader in electrification, launching the Polestar Performance EV sub-brand and committing to an all-electric lineup years ahead of many legacy competitors. Today, Volvo stands as proof that a company's founding values, even something as unglamorous as safety first, can become its most powerful competitive advantage as long as it survives long enough and finds the right partner to fully commit to them again.